Okay, students, this is a very important 4 marks question in gravitation lesson of first year physics. So the question is, what is a geostationary satellite? State its uses. So first we can define the geostationary satellite. So a satellite whose time period is equal to 24 hours is known as geostationary satellite. Or if the period of revolution of an artificial satellite is equal to the period of rotation of the earth orbiting in equatorial plane, then such a satellite is called geostationary satellite. So we can write any one definition in examination point of view. And the next one, mention it uses. So we can write only 3 or 4 point in examination point of view. So the first use is study the upper layers of the atmosphere, and the second point is know the shape and size of the earth, and third one, forecast the changes in the atmosphere, and fourth one, transmit the TV programmers to distant places, and fifth one, identify the minerals and natural resources present inside and on the surface of the earth. Sixth one, the study of the properties of radio waves in the upper layers of the atmosphere. And seventh one, undertake space research, that is to know the about planets, satellites and comets, etc. So in the 7 point we can write the uses of geostationary satellite 3 or 4 points. Okay, students, the next important 4 marks question is, what is orbital velocity? Obtain equation for it. So first we can define orbital velocity. The horizontal velocity required to the body to move around a planet in circular orbit is called orbital velocity. So we can derive the equation for orbital velocity. For orbital motion, centrifugal force and centripetal force must be equal. So when we can observe this figure, the planet is the earth, so the radius of the earth is r, center of the earth is o, and mass of the earth is capital M, and a satellite or object is revolves around in circular orbit. So the object, we can take the mass of the satellite is small m, and h is the height from the object to or satellite to earth. So where capital M mass of the earth, r is the radius of the earth, small m is the mass of the satellite, and v is the orbital velocity of satellite, and h is the height of the satellite from the earth surface, r plus h is the orbital radius of the satellite. So in this one we can write the centrifugal force equation. So the centrifugal force is equal to mv naught square by r plus h. So this is the equation number 1. And centripetal force, the centripetal force magnitude is equal to gravitational force, so that's equal to g mm by r plus h whole square. We can take this equation by using Newton's gravitational law. So is the equation number 2. So we can equate the equations. Equation number 1 is equal to equation number 2. So we can write mv naught square by r plus h is equal to g mm by r plus h whole square. So we can cancel the r plus h and r plus h both side. So we can write mv naught square is equal to g mm by r plus h, but where the radius of the earth is greater than height from the object to satellite to earth, so r is greater than h, so h will be negligible term, so h is equal to 0. When h is equal to 0, substitute in above equation, we can write mv naught square by g mm by r. Now in this equation we can cancel on both sides the term small m, mass of the satellite, so m will be cancelled. So the final equation is v naught square is equal to gm by r. But the relation between small g and capital G, the equation is g is equal to gm by r square. So we can write gr is equal to gm by r. Instead of gm by r, we can substitute gr. So therefore v naught square is equal to gr. V naught is equal to under root gr. So this is the final equation for the orbital velocity when the satellite is revolves around the planet in circular orbit, the velocity is orbital velocity. So the orbital velocity v0 is equal to under root gr, where g is the acceleration due to gravity, r is the radius of the planet. Okay students, the very important 4 marks question gravitation lesson is what is escape velocity, obtain an expression for it. So first we can define the definition of escape velocity. The minimum velocity required for an object to reach infinity, that is to escape from the gravitational pull of the earth, is called escape velocity. So now we can derive the equation for escape velocity. Total energy of the projectile on the ground is, so half mvi square minus g mm by r plus h plus w1, equation number 1. And here w1 denotes the gravitational potential energy of the object at infinity. Next one, total energy of the projectile at infinity is, first we can take total energy of the projectile on the ground, and the second case is total energy of the projectile at infinity is half mvf square plus w1. This is the equation number 2. Now we can use the law of conservation of energy. Equation number 1 is equal to equation number 2. So half mvi square minus g mm by r plus h plus w1 is equal to half mvf square plus w1. So w1 will be cancelled, and the remaining term half mvi square minus g mm by r plus h is equal to 1 by 2 mvf square. So in the above equation, RHS means half mvf square, RH term is positive and that can be 0 value. So the total term is 0. For minimum escape velocity, RHS is 0. So we can write the above equation, half mvi square minus g mm by r plus h is equal to 0. Now we can write the half mvi square is equal to g mm by r plus h. But there is a condition, the radius of the earth is always greater than to h. So we can write h is equal to 0. So in the above equation we can substitute h is equal to 0. Half mvi square is equal to g mm by r. Now get be cancelled on both sides, small m, and mass of the object. So half mvi square is equal to gm by r. But there is a relation between small g and capital G, that will be g is equal to gm by r square, gr is equal to gm by r. So half mvi square is equal to gr, vi square is equal to 2gr. Therefore vi is equal to under root 2gr. So this is the final equation for escape velocity of the object, where g is the acceleration due to gravity and r is the radius of the planet. So this is the 4 marks question of escape velocity, and we can derive the equation for escape velocity.